Hey everybody, it's me, Karen, the Psychic Medium. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody had an amazing 4th of July, and I just wanted to come on and kind of talk to you guys. Spirit led this, put this on my heart because I'm always talking to myself. I don't know if anybody out there talks to themselves all the time. I'm trying to get the lighting better. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, it's a little bit cloudy yet here still. It's trying to clear up, but I don't know if anybody talks to themselves, but I do. And I've done it ever since I was a little kid. I used to have a tape recorder and I used to talk into it, and it was just so much fun for me. I loved it. I loved talking, and to this day I still talk to myself. And I know that people think I'm probably nuts when I'm going down the road and I'm talking and then there's nobody there, but I've always talked to myself so I could figure out my own problems. If any of you resonate with this, I'm going to share something with you that's kind of personal, but I honestly don't care what people think about me anymore. I have always felt alone and different. I've always been that one that stood off in the crowd and kind of observed people watching, shaking my head at some people, and I could feel their emotions. And I didn't like being in a lot of crowds. And I couldn't figure out why. And I just thought, well, there's something wrong with me. Because I could never be that one that, I'm always willing to talk, but I'm not that, I guess, one that stands out in a party to make myself known. I do laugh. I love to laugh. That's my favorite thing to do. But I'm more of the observer, where I stand back and just kind of mesh with the conversation as it unfolds. So I don't know if any of you that feel that way, but I always wondered why. And I felt kind of standoffish, and then I just thought, yeah, well, I'm different. I know I'm different. And it goes back to when I was a kid, being on the monkey bars. I've always been able to sense energy, and I couldn't figure out, I thought it was normal. Now today I know that the person that came up to me this is what I believe, on the playground was Archangel Michael. And he told me basically that there was something special about me. I'm special. And I never thought anything of it. When I would get upset, I would walk to the lake and I would sit by the water and I would talk to the water, talk to the ducks, wanted to be around nature and animals. And then when my grandparents died, I felt my grandma's energy. And my one grandma, she was my best friend when I was a little girl, and she stayed after I took it really hard. Like, that was my very first experience with death, and I didn't do well at all. I cried and I cried, and it was devastating to me. But after she passed away, she stayed with me for a while because she knew I was really upset. And the way that we didn't really get to say goodbye, the way things were left was kind of awful. And I'm going to share with you why. And I'm going to be personal about this, okay? And I'm going to explain to you where spirit really has shown up in my life so that this can help somebody else. I was molested when I was 10. And this happened on a trip that I took with my grandma to Minnesota. And actually, it happened before we went. I'll tell you what happened after. This was bad, but my grandma had a friend, and he was a foster parent. And she introduced me to him, and he had a foster child named Danielle. And we just hit it off right away. I just met them. My grandma said Danielle wanted me to spend the night, and my grandma said it was okay. I know him. I trust him. And Danielle told me that he had been molesting her for 9 months, because she told me that because I'm allergic to mosquitoes, and I got a whole bunch of bites. And this was in like 82, I think, 1982. And he took me in the bathroom and started to proceed to molest me. And I then asked Danielle, I said, what is going on with this guy? I think I was 10 years old, I believe. And she said, oh, he does it to me all the time. But he would constantly not let us out of his sight, constantly making us hold his hand and everything like that. Well, I felt kind of uncomfortable afterwards. I didn't really say anything to my grandma. We proceeded to go to Minnesota, where my cousin pulled down his pants and proceeded to show me himself. All right. So this happened all in the span of one trip. I didn't say anything until I got home. Then I unleashed and I told my dad everything. And my dad my dad blew up. Oh, he blew up. This turned out to be a huge deal. A huge deal. He turned it in. Danielle got rescued from his property and got placed in a different foster home. Do you know what they found inside? They found numerous child pictures, porn. I don't know if I'm allowed to say stuff here. Sorry, YouTube, if I'm not. Lots of pictures of children, and he got arrested, and I had to go in and show them what happened to me on the doll. Danielle and I stayed in touch, and I lost touch with her at the age of 15. I think she was 2 years older than me, and I have one picture, and I've always thought of her. Always. I've never forgotten her, and I've done everything in my power to try to find her. She came to me in spirit and told me that she had passed away and died of a drug overdose. If I hadn't had my uncle come to me and another friend and told me themselves that they passed away, and I'd done the research and found out it wasn't true, I would have not believed it. Do you know what was really weird about this whole thing? And here's what I believe. Jesus uses us and places us, or God, whatever you want to say. I say Jesus because I believe Jesus has guided me through a lot of my life. But he placed me in that situation so those events could unfold, because he knew I was going to say something and Danielle was too afraid. He threatened her. So he brought me Danielle and Jesus himself was right by her. And she got to tell me that she had passed away. When my mom died 8 years ago, I'm kind of all over the place, but that's when my gifts really blew wide open. And if I look back on my childhood, feeling different, all these things unfolded, and this is just the beginning. And I'm going to share much more of my life because I want you to know that you can do anything you put your mind to. I'm going to start coming on sharing bits and pieces of my life because I hope to help one person. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what they're going to say. I'm a strong, independent woman, and negative comments aren't even going to faze me. So please don't leave one. If you do, I'll just block you. No big deal. I don't need you in my life. I don't have to people please. I'm not here to people please. We're here to live our life purpose. And I'm going to share my story so that you don't feel, if that one person out there feels different, don't, because you're not. You're beautiful. You're one with the universe. You are a creation of God. Think about that for a second. Somebody said that to me once, and I thought, wow, you know what? I am. I'm a child of God. The source. That is a big deal to me. I look back and I always wondered, why did all these things happen to me? And now it's starting to unfold. And one of the reasons why, so I can sit here today and not talk in the tape recorder, but get on camera, show you my face, and tell you my story. Because to me, it's everything. And I feel like I could write a book. I really do. And that's just the beginning. And one thing I wanted to share with you, that Spirit, even when you can't see him, is right there walking in the dark with you. Jesus was right there, and Archangel Michael was right there. And even though I couldn't feel them or see them at the time, I realized that afterwards. So my good deed helped somebody else. And yes, she ended up passing away. And God rest her soul. I love her with all my heart, and I will never, ever forget her. She is my soul sister. I'm going to cry. And she means absolutely, absolutely everything to me. So she's safe. And Jesus knew that bothered me because I couldn't find her. And he went out of his way to let me know that she's okay and safe. And he has her. wrapped in his arms, just like God has many of your loved ones wrapped in their arms, and you will see them again. And although it hurts, because I'm hurt and I know the truth, I'm a medium, I know that they're real, it still hurts me dearly. And so I just wanted to take the time and show and just tell you a little bit about my story, and there'll be more to come. So take care, and I will make more as time goes on, and this is just the start of it. And I will see you guys very soon in my next video, and I'm sending you lots of love and light.